Morganton is a great town at the foot of the Appalachian Mountains. It's a small town with a lot of character. It's a relatively diverse community, and so there's a really interesting mix of what it means to be and to belong. I've always felt really connected to this space and this place that I call home. When I came back after graduating from Duke, our community had very high unemployment. So when I was teaching in the public school system, I was often in these classrooms with families who were in very shaky economic situations. And so it was from the classroom that I ended up looking at new economic models that I wanted to try my hand at here in my community. From my experience studying abroad at Duke, I had seen a lot of these other economic opportunities in Central and South America where people had come together to cooperatively solve economic problems. So I saw this opportunity to create something that was truly around the triple bottom line, so that there's economic advantage and social advantage and also an environmental bottom line that's positive for a community. And that's really where Opportunity Threads was born. Opportunity Threads is a sustainable employee-owned cut and sew factory based here in Morganton, North Carolina. We do a lot of sustainable production, so people send in their old t-shirts and we upcycle them into t-shirt blankets. These are normally garments that would end up in the landfill. Some weeks we're upcycling as many as 70,000 t-shirts, so we're doing really scaled upcycling. There's a very deep history for textile manufacturing here, and a lot of what we're doing is we're doing really innovative work behind the traditional infrastructure of what our communities were built on. So a lot of the making is still the same, but we're doing it in a completely sustainable way that will really lift up our communities for generations to come. What we've found is that worker ownership actually makes businesses much stronger. It allows for better transition of leadership, for more participation, for more agency of the people that are here. It allows for more retention, and statistically we see that these employee-owned businesses tend to do really well, if not outperform other traditional businesses. And then when we saw that this was getting some success and traction, we wanted to raise more resources for other models like we had created, so we started the 501c3 of the Industrial Commons. So the mission of the Industrial Commons is to rebuild a diverse working class based on locally rooted wealth. We have a whole host of cooperatives that are developing, from a bookkeeping cooperative to a furniture company that's going to look much like this in several years, to Material Return, which is one of the first scaled places in the United States that can take back both post-consumer, so things you've worn, and post-production, so pieces of materials that have been made in mills, and actually put those back into production. We have a great industrial sewing program. We also have an industrial upholstery program. So these might be workers that are already in a furniture company or a sewing factory, but they want to have higher skills so they can have higher wages. We work with a lot of entrepreneurs, just folks wanting to learn these crafts and how they repair their clothing and keep it going, and how they do more things sustainably on their own. I'm just so inspired by the young people that are part of our work and really want to see themselves here and really lift up their rural identity and truly living out our mission, which is rebuilding an economy based on like a diverse working class. There are these ripple effects that go out and have deep impact in our community. You see families here and you see them get out of difficult situations, you see them purchase homes, you see their kids get to go to college, you see their kids come back here and want to be here. So you really see people kind of moving from just surviving to thriving. There's a lot that excites me about the future. We have an ambitious development project. We were gifted a brownfield, which is an old factory that burned down. We will be developing that, 30 acres, for innovative manufacturing that will really be a bright spot for economic development, not only for our community, but for the whole southern United States. My hope is that younger folks drive by and they say, I want to work there. This isn't just a model for Burke County. This is really a model for the state. This is a model for Appalachia. This is a model for the Southeast of how small communities can really manage a lot of their self-determination, leverage their assets, leverage their heritage, and really look for what the future can be to develop economy that works for everyone.